what we have is a main problem or a fuel leak prior to the VRO pump. I'm going to show you what to look for and what happens when we have something like this going on. Okay, here we are, we're looking at the VRO pump, or the base of the VRO pump, and right where that screwdriver is, that's the hose that feeds that VRO pump fuel. You can see that it's shiny and that fuel is running out. If I squeeze the primer bulb, you can actually see fuel run out. Now, when we run this engine, we're going to be drawing air in through it there and not enough fuel. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to cause the VRO pump oil side to start vibrating very quickly and send more oil into the carburetors, giving us more smoke at idle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start the engine up, and you guys can all have a listen, and you'll be able to see the smoke as well. Okay, you can see that the engine's not running very smooth at all. The VRO pump is supposed to click every 30 to 40 seconds. This tells us that the engine is getting oil. Now, what's going to happen is once we start getting the fuel restriction or not enough fuel going through, that VRO pump is going to start to click 1, 2, 3. It's going to start clicking a lot more often. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to start pumping oil directly into the carburetors rather than fuel. Now, we're going to take a look inside the tank. I'm going to show you what's going on here. Way more oil than 50 to 1 or 100 to 1, which we should be running at idle. Now, if we get in close enough, you can start to hear that the VRO pump is clicking far more often than every 30 seconds or so. Now, I can stop it from clicking by squeezing up the primer bulb and repriming. We then go back to the click every 30 to 40 seconds or so, and then we're running at the proper mix. Now, what I've got to do is I've got to go in, and I've got to take and tighten that back up and fix that leak. Once that leak is fixed, you should return to normal idle once the carburetor is clear of oil, and it should run decent. Now, a telltale sign of this is if you're out on the lake, and you go zipping around and you turn the engine off or you idle down for a bit, when you go to restart the engine, there's a huge amount of smoke coming out of your engine. You got a VRO pump. It doesn't mean that the VRO pump is bad. It probably means that we've got a gas restriction or an air leak somewhere prior to the VRO pump, so that the VRO pump is working doubly hard to ensure that we're still getting enough oil. I'm going to go ahead and fix this, and I'll show you guys how it runs different once we get it all cleaned up. Okay, so I've gone ahead and reconnected the hose back up. What I'm showing you here right now is what the problem was. Someone had taken and put a zip tie on trying to seal off the gas line. They don't work properly. What's supposed to be on, oh, where did we go here? There we are, is a larger version of those. When those clamp on, they seal that sucker up tight. We don't have any leaking gas now, so I'm just going to fire that engine back up, clear out the oil, and then I'll show you how it's running. This is the same engine, rerunning it. It's still running a little bit rough, probably because we're still full of excessive oil in the intake, but I'm going to show you what's going on now with the smoke. Huge difference in the amount of smoke that's coming out of this, virtually unnoticeable. All it took was just resealing up that little hose down there, and it's good to go. Customer's going to be very happy with this. Most people probably would have went in and replaced the VRO pump. It's likely would have cured the problem because they would have resealed that hose properly. But again, this customer didn't have to spend $200 or $300 for a VRO pump over a simple 25-cent piece of plastic. Thanks for watching. See you again.